It is not a good time for me.
The Reverend Peter Johnson says that on this MLK Day, because so many of his civil rights heroes have passed on, and because he looks at these images of the Capitol riot and sees this.
The disease of racism and hatred and bigotry, we have not cured the disease. So the disease still exists.
For Reverend Brian Carter, reflection on this MLK Day is different too.
It's different because in the last 12 months, we've seen so much.
From nationwide protests over the death of George Floyd to a pandemic that hit minorities the hardest. And then all those scenes from the riot at the Capitol.
Racism and these dynamics have really been exposed in this season. And so for me, this is a different year because it reminds us of how much work we have to do.
And in that work is where on MLK Day, they also allow themselves to see hope. Civil rights leader Ralph Abernathy once told Peter Johnson,
To be strong, don't give up and be patient. There's a generation of children coming.
the children, the young people, black and white and brown, joining hands during protests over racial injustice.
They're not going to see color. They're not going to give a damn about what language you speak. That generation is here.
And that gives you some hope.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not just on the responsibility of like Black folks or folks of colors or folks of color or folks on the margins, but a call of action for all of us. There is something we all can be doing.
But we can't stop. And that's part of what Dr. King was about. He said, listen, this work of injustice, this struggle, it doesn't end with me. It doesn't end in Memphis. The work continues on.
We can overcome this.
Because we've overcome worse, right?
Ain't no doubt about it. You know, we've overcome worse. His legacy should be challenging us to continue his work.
In Dallas, I'm Kevin Reese.